Yo, what is up guys? Anthony here, back with another Destiny Child video here on the channel. And in today's video, everyone, we are going to be checking out and previewing the upcoming Ragna Break event here, soon to be arriving on Destiny Child Global soon next week. As you all could see, we do have the Ragna Break Season 24 Wounded Winner Part 2 events here from the Destiny Child Japan blog on screen right now. So as you all had probably seen already, the next event is the Ragna Break. So here we are on the Japan blog, and let's get started here with the preview. We do have the graphic here showcasing the new units, Loki, which will be arriving, a new light type unit, and we do have a skin for Samil here on screen as well, and the raid skin for Loki. We do have Loki showcased here, as you all had probably seen him already throughout the Destiny Child story, but if you haven't, there he is, Loki, the new 5-star light type unit, and he does look amazing. I do love the design of Loki, and later on you'll see his drive skill, which does look absolutely beautiful. Next up here, everyone, we do have a preview of the upcoming Ragna Break skin select box, which of course is normally available on the final shop of the Ragna Break events. So you will have the option to choose either from the Samil skin or from the Loki skin. So 2 skins from this Ragna Break event being introduced. Not too bad, as others have had 3 or 4 skins being introduced, which could be a little bit overwhelming when trying to grind for these skins. And next up here, we do have the full image of Samil skin. So there she is, looking very nice. We do have her holding a teddy bear stuffed animal. So yeah, there is Samil's skin, and there is Loki's skin. As I was just mentioning, his skin does look very nice and very detailed. Next up here, everyone, we do have the skill information for Loki. Of course, we don't have the translations on screen just yet, but what we can gather here is that Loki is a light type debuffer unit. All right, next up, everyone, we do have the drive skill for Loki here on screen. So let's check it out and see how it does look. Here is his drive skill, and it does look pretty cool. I do love the scythe animation there, and he does come in and slash at you. Let's check it out once more here, and there it is on screen once again. It actually does look very cool, and I do love the theme. Does fit his character a ton. So yeah, make sure to let me know what you did think of Loki's drive skill in the comments. Next up here, everyone, we do have the shopper rewards. Of course, you guys will be able to exchange for these rewards in the item shop, and we do have here some Loki copies, of course, and we do have the skin select box as well as the platinum chest, which should translate to the global server, as well as a new set of equipment here. Of course, with a new event, we do have new equips. Next up here, everyone, we do have the Ragna mission rewards, which does include another skin of Loki. So there it is. We'll see his child pact maker skin in just a second, but we also do have a copy of Loki being obtainable as well. Next up here, we do have the spa costume of Loki. So there he is. And next up here, we do have the costume you will obtain from completing the Ragna Break missions. So there is an additional copy for your Loki unit. Next up here, everyone, we do have the upcoming units that will be arriving alongside the Ragna Break boss in Loki, but there is the first one here in a dark type Eve. She will be a new attacker unit for the event, and overall she does seem to be pretty good, but there she is showcased on her guaranteed upon summoning banner. And if we do scroll down here, here is the full image of the new Eve. Overall, she does look very beautiful. Make sure to let me know what you guys do think of her look in the comments. I do think she looks amazing, and definitely very nice that they did decide to release a new version of Eve. Next up here, everyone, we do have her skills, but what we can gather from here is that, of course, it does confirm she is a dark type attacker. And next up, we do have Eve's drive skill animation. So let's see how it does look here. There she is showcased in, I do believe, her S-class costume, and she does have a beautiful shots of her there mid drive skill animation. If we could catch it on screen, there she is showcased, and then she does come in with her blade and slash at us just like Loki. So a very nice drive skill here, and I do love it alongside Loki's Overall, the two new units do have very amazing drive skill animations, I would say, but we aren't done yet. We do have one more unit arriving with this event as well. And next up here, we do have the new Soul Carter, which will be arriving with the event. So as you could see, we do have Leo showcased on the Soul Carter art alongside the new Eve. Next up here, everyone, we do have the third and final unit, which will be arriving with this event in a new Ziva. She will be a fire type debuffer, and overall she does look very beautiful and very strong. So there she is on her guaranteed upon summoning graphic, and we do have the full unit arts here on screen as well, looking very beautiful. Make sure to let me know what you guys do think of her. And we do have more info on Eve yet again. And if we do scroll down, we do have Ziva's kits here, which does confirm she is a fire type debuffer. So a new debuffer arriving soon to the PvP meta. And before we do dive into the skills of the new units, let's check out Ziva's drive skill animation here. There she is on screen. Very nice. She does have some sort of water and fire drive skill animation. A pretty decent animation, I would say, for the drive skill effect. Overall, all three units do have very nice drive skill animations. Make sure to let me know which was your favorite of the three in the comment section below. And two more skins here before we do dive into the skill sets of the new units. We do have a new skin as well for Samil, which I do think will be arriving for a premium package. As you guys could see here listed above the skin image, we do have the Samil skin alongside some crystals. So this will be probably a paid package, and you guys could just wait until after the update to obtain this skin from the Rebirth Lab in exchange for blood gems. So there is the Samil skin yet again, and we do have here Ziva's spa skin, as well as a new Soul Carter, I do believe, which will be arriving as well. All right, everyone, here we are on Rice Mine Japan. We will be overviewing the skills and the to be expected skills to be arriving with the new units here on Destiny Child Global. First up here, we do have Loki, the light type debuffer, of course a 5-star unit. As for his tiers here on Japan so far, we do have PvE tier 6, PvP tier 8, Raid tier 6, and World Boss tier 6. So for PvP, he does seem to excel there the most as a light type debuffer. As for the tap skill here, we do have deal 2622 damage to a target, priority lowest HP, a 95.6% chance to inflict heal block. Healing will not restore HP to the target for 12 seconds long. As for the slide skill here, we do have deal 2898 damage to 3 random targets, inflict 33% damage link, converts a certain amount of damage done to the enemy and deals it to the 2 lowest HP enemies to 3 targets for 12 seconds long. And we also do have here inflict 880 cuts, deal X damage, and if the target has damage over time debuffs, deal bonus damage 2 times to 3 targets. As for the drive skill here, 100% chance to inflict heal block to 3 targets, priority lowest HP for 18 seconds long. And we do have here as well, deal 500 bonus damage for every debuff the target has, max 4x to 3 targets, leader, defense minus 18% to all enemies. So Loki does seem pretty interesting here based on his kits. I would say he is actually pretty strong, as we do have here the damage link, and of course he also does have cuts, which does increase if the target does have damage over time debuffs applied to them, in which you will see in Ziva's kit, she does have damage over time, so they may be a good combo alongside each other. And we also do have here the drive skill, which is very nice in the Devil Rumble if you are running a full debuffer roster, or maybe a team of 4, and of course a supporter like Thisbe. And the leader skill does seem to be pretty decent as well, with it the defense minus 18%. Of course you may run the leader skill of Nautilus, which is totally fine, but you will definitely want to surround a Loki with as many debuffers as possible, and of course a damage over time unit. Next up here, everyone, we do have Fire Ziva, the new fire type debuffer, of course a 5-star unit. As for her tiers here, just like Loki, she's a tier 6 in PvE, Raid, and World Boss, but for PvP she does excel very well with a rating of tier 9. As for the tap skill here, deal 405 damage to a target, a 75% chance to remove one buff from the target, a 70% chance to inflict freeze, reduce skill charge speed, and increase damage done by damage over time debuffs to the target for 8 seconds long. As for the slide skill here, deal 720 damage to 2 targets, priority the lowest HP, inflict 200 endless flame, continuously deals damage, and transfer to another enemy up to 1 time when the target dies, cannot be removed, extended, or shortened to 2 targets for 12 seconds long, inflict 400 buff explosion, shield, remove 1 buff from the enemy, and deal damage based on a factor of X to 2 targets. In PvP, inflict 400 buff explosion, remove 1 buff from the enemy, and deal damage according to the type by factor of X to 2 targets, priority lowest HP. And for the drive skill here, deal 2128 damage to 3 targets, priority the highest attack, and inflict 600 endless flame to the targets for 14 seconds long, as well as a 90% chance here to inflict freeze to the targets for 16 seconds. And we're not done yet. We do have the leader buff here, buff duration minus 10% to all enemies, and PvP additional minus 10% added. So overall, if you guys couldn't tell, Ziva is a very strong debuffer unit based on her slide skill alone, and the drive skill here does seem to be a hassle to deal with. As for the leader buff, it is even more annoying as she does shorten the buffs for all enemies by minus 20% in PvP. So she does seem to be a problem for the upcoming Devil Rumble meta, and of course if she is surrounded by multiple debuffers, she will be very annoying in the Devil Rumble as well as Endless Duel, which is why I did suggest in my last summoning video to hold off on Lisa a bit, as based on Ziva's kit, as you all could see, she is very strong. From the slide skill alone, she does have damage over time, a buff explosion due to shields that may be applied to the enemy, as well as continuous damage over time, which can be transferred from enemy to enemy once a unit does die on the opposing team. As well as to top it, we do have freeze here on the drive skill, as well as the buff cuts here on the leader skill. So yet again, another PvP unit. Overall, a very strong one here, I would say, and definitely expect her to float around in the Devil Rumble a ton coming soon. And last but not least here, everyone, we do have the final units here in Katana Eve, the dark type attacker unit. There she is showcased on the left hand side of the screen. As for her tiers here, she's a better all-around unit, I would say. We do have PvE tier 8, PvP tier 8, World Boss tier 8, and Raid tier 9. Of course, she is released during a raid, so she is meant to be the better attacker. There she is showcased, and we do have the skills here. Tap skill, deal 503 damage to a target, priority debuffers. If the target is light type, deal 430 bonus damage, so very nice to face off against Loki. Next up here for the slide skill, we do have deal 1015 damage 2 times to 2 random enemies, 480 additional damage, and if the target is light type, deal 1106 bonus damage. In raid, grants silence resistance, increase evasion against silence, plus 60% to self for 12 seconds long. So she will deal additional damage here on the slide skill if she is up against a light type unit, of course, and she does have the silence resistance here on slide as well to counter Loki's silence debuff in the raid. As for the drive skill here, deal 2716 damage to 4 enemies, grants attack, increase attack, plus 50% to self for 2 turns. And for the leader skill here, attack plus 20% for dark type allies. In raid, additional attack plus 10% added. So overall, I would say Katana Eve is very strong for the raid side of the game. She does seem to be very nice against the light type bosses, of course, as she is a dark type attacker. She does have additional damage if the unit is a light type, as well as the silence resistance, which may be a bit niche heading into future light type events. but the drive skill here and leader buff does make up for it, as she does grant a 50% attack increase to herself here on the drive skill for 2 turns, as well as the leader buff giving dark type allies plus 30% attack added in the raid side of the game. So overall, I would say a pretty good dark type attacker. But anyways, everyone, that'll pretty much do it for today's Destiny Child video. Make sure to let me know in the comment section below for which unit you are most excited for in the upcoming Ragna Break of the 3. For myself, I would honestly have to go with the Ziva. She does seem to be very strong, but a second would probably be the Loki, as he does seem pretty cool and I do like his kit a lot. So yeah, make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments on this update in a whole. But before you go, everyone, make sure to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy today's Destiny Child events preview, and of course, if you guys haven't yet done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are interested in more Destiny Child content, and of course would like to stay tuned for more of it here on the channel. But with all of that being said, I'll see you all in the next Destiny Child video. As always, thank you all so much for watching.